Welcome to the Hazon Ride. Our events attract a diverse community with varying degrees of cycling experience. The reason for participating in our events varies. Some do the ride for their love of cycling, others for their love of Judaism, and some for the love of the environment, and many for a combination of all three. The Hazon staff and volunteers work year-round to make our events as safe as possible for motorists, cyclists, and our crew. Your safety is our #1 priority. We have tested the route, posted signs, and worked with the local authorities. Ultimately, however, it is you who are responsible for your own safety. Your behavior on your bicycle will determine how safe your riding is. This video is designed to provide a guideline for proper cycling safety and etiquette. It is not designed to designate safety technique. You should learn riding technique at your training rides prior to our events. You're encouraged to seek out more experienced riders or pros at your local bike shop to further discuss riding technique. On the Hazon ride, you will need to be ever diligent about riding and vehicular traffic in your immediate environment. The Hazon rides are cycling events that share the roads with motor vehicles in numerous counties. For those bicyclists not paying close attention to their immediate environment, be assured that if an accident between you and a car should occur, the cyclist will lose every time. It is important that each and every rider follow a simple set of guidelines in order to share the road safely. These include riding in single file as far to the right of the road as possible, the wearing of a fastened helmet that meets the standards of the U.S. Department of Transportation and the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, the use of radios, CD players, iPods, or any other device that uses headsets or external speakers is strictly prohibited. Each rider should be prepared with clothing for a change in the weather, carry any prescription medication, and a cell phone in case of an emergency. Cell phones should not be used while riding. You might jeopardize yourself and others. If you must make a call, please safely pull over to the side of the road and dismount off your bike. You should also carry identification and your health insurance card. Cyclists should follow the same laws that motor vehicles must follow. Those rules include coming to a complete stop at all stop signs and red traffic lights, unless otherwise directed by a police officer or a Hazon volunteer. Like a car, you must also signal your intention to turn, slow down, or stop by the use of hand signals, preferably with the left hand and arm. If the speed limit for cars is reduced due to a sharp turn, rough road, or steep downhill, cyclists should reduce their speed as well. Other rules that every Hazon rider should follow are: do not pass a slower rider on the right. Use your voice as well as hand signals to communicate your intentions. Use a voice that will not scare a fellow rider, but will still be able to communicate your intention. Common communications include, on your left. This is used as a courtesy when you are passing a slower rider. Tracks, sand, glass, and any other communication that will assist your fellow rider to avoid any potential hazard that is coming up. Although Hazon will provide numerous support vehicles, Hazon plans for every rider to be self-sufficient. A self-sufficient rider can change a flat tire and put a chain back on the gears. If you are having trouble, SAG, support and gear vehicles, marshals and sweep vehicles will be in the area to assist you. Please pull off safely on the side of the road and wait for help to arrive. Be sure that your bike is properly tuned up prior to the event. Each Hazon rider is expected to know his or her own personal needs for hydration and food intake. Hazon will provide rest stops where you can get food and water approximately every 20 miles. Even if you don't think you need a break, it is a good idea to take one for a well-deserved rest. Although you may want to talk to another cyclist while riding, when you do not ride single file, vehicles cannot pass safely. Hazon has chosen back roads whenever possible for its routes. However, the roads are open to vehicular traffic. You must be aware of your surroundings. Staying to the right and riding single file is safer and will further the goodwill of the people driving in the area. Drafting or pace lining is used by some of our faster riders. This is a technique where riders follow closely behind each other in a single file to lessen the impact of the wind. Erratic or frivolous behavior can result in sudden and severe accidents. Avoid overlapping your front wheel with the rear wheel of the rider in front of you. In a pace line, there is no room for distractions. Erratic or frivolous behavior can result in a sudden or severe accident. If you have never had experience drafting, this ride is not the time to try. You will be given a map and a turn or cue sheet of the route. This will help you know where you are and where you're going, as well as when to turn or go straight through intersections. At times, a Hazon crew member will also be at an intersection to help guide you in the correct direction. The cue sheet is the most accurate and helpful tool for staying on our designated route. You can be helpful when giving aid to another cyclist who has fallen. If you should witness or come upon an accident involving a rider, you want to take the following steps. Do not attempt to move a rider who has fallen. You can do more harm by moving a cyclist than good. Do not remove the cyclist's helmet. Secure the safety of the injured rider by directing vehicular and bicycle traffic away from the fallen rider. Call 911 on your cell phone and give the dispatcher a brief description and location of the accident. Once you have completed that call, please call the Hazon emergency number listed on your cue sheet. These two calls will help get assistance to the scene very quickly. The Hazon ride is not a race. It is a long-distance endurance event, and we hope it will be an experience you will remember for a lifetime. When riding in our events, you are responsible for your own safety. Even though we receive tremendous safety support from the towns we ride through, the roads are open to vehicular traffic. Your safe cycling conduct will ensure the safe riding of you and those around you. Please be consistent with your riding behavior. Avoid sudden changes in speed and direction. Be courteous to other riders and communicate your intentions to them. On all Hazon rides, you represent the Jewish community and the cycling community at large. Therefore, it is important to demonstrate to the motorists and the communities in which we travel that we are responsible and equal citizens. Thank you for your attention. Have a great day and a safe ride.